Good morning. We're just going to give a moment to clear the waiting room and ensure that folks have connected to audio and can hear us. Good morning. This is the voting hearing of the licensing board for the city of Boston. Today is Thursday, September 4th, 2023. While the public is encouraged to attend, there will be no additional testimony accepted this morning. This hearing is being recorded and will be posted to the City of Boston's website. We'll begin with the license premise inspection hearing, which occurred on Tuesday, September 12th, 2023. Item number 1, Boston Ballroom Corporation doing business as Royale, located at 279 Tremont Street. Dated the incident December 15th, 2022. Assault and battery, patron on patron, in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 64, and Chapter 265, Section 13A.
Thank you, Danny. I saw no violation here.
I agreed. Yep.
I agree.
Item number 2, Summer 6 Corporation doing business as Patios, located at 33A Union Street. Dated the incident January 20th, 2023. Assault and battery, patron on staff, in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 64, and Chapter 265, Section 13A.
I see no violation on part of the licensee here.
I agree.
I agree.
Item number 3, 1222 LLC, located at 1222 Washington Street in Roxbury. Dated the incident March 7th, 2023. Assault and battery, employee on employee, in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 64, and Chapter 265, Section 13A.
Based on the testimony at the hearing on Tuesday, I don't see that the licensee was at fault. I think this was an unfortunate incident that has since been resolved at the management level. I don't see a violation.
I agree.
I agree as well.
Item number 4, ST Entertainment Group, Inc., doing business as Metro, located at 100 Stewart Street. Dated the incident April 9th, 2023. Assault and battery, employee on patron, in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 64, and Chapter 265, Section 13A.
Thanks, Danny. I did review the video and I did see a violation on the part of the licensee. The employee was a 6-year model employee and he was immediately fired. However, I think this is an opportunity for the licensee to retrain their staff. I would like to see some written documentation of a training plan in writing, including de-escalation, conflict management, patron interaction. But I'd also like to see what we've been doing at other licensees that have found themselves in a similar situation. I'd like to see that they've actually brought in trainers, whether they're internal trainers or third-party trainers, in proof of the training of the staff.
I would second everything he said. I would also like to add just my own personal observation was I think that what happened here is kind of illustrative of things we've already brought up as far as like they did the right thing. What we've seen is having 2 door people out there. But one of the biggest failures here was the second door person, who wasn't the person who I thought was the aggressor, but really did very little to separate the aggressive employee from the aggressive patron. And then after it had happened, I was pretty disturbed by the lack of assistance and action on the part of that second door person. So, and not only do I want them to look at the actions of the assailant door person, but the second door person who's in my mind is supposed to be there to kind of counteract when maybe one of their employees is having a bad night. So I just wanted to add that.
It's a really good point.
I agree.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you both before you had your thoughts, but I was just reading through my notes. So I appreciate your commentary, and I think we have a plan to move forward, Danny. Violation with training.
So it does sound like this is so the vote is for a violation, it sounds like. As to the disposition of the violation, it sounds like the board wants to see a plan in writing that includes de-escalation, conflict management, patron interaction, and documentation that staff has been retrained. As for the disposition of the violation, is this a warning? Is this what is how are we treating the violation here?
My vote is for a warning.
Yes.
That's fine.
Violation with a warning, and in addition to what I just stated, is there anything else the board would like to see from this licensee?
I don't think so.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 5, which will be continued to the next available hearing date. Item number 6, Susu Gourmet Inc. doing business as Susu Gourmet, located at 70 Tyler Street. Date of the incident, February 22nd, 2023. Expired common victular license posted in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 140, Section 9, and premise keeping alcohol on premise without alcohol license in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 64.
This really brought to light for me the lack of understanding of our rules and regulations, which is probably our fault because we only have them available in English. I see a violation, however, I really think we could be helpful here, and we could make our language communications access team available to licensee. We used them yesterday at a different hearing, and I think this licensee and other licensees may benefit from signing up for a session that we can coordinate with our staff to go over our rules and regulations with them in their language.
I agree.
I don't think it was I don't think they thought they were doing anything wrong. I think they truly didn't understand that they couldn't do it.
That's a great idea, Kathleen.
Sounds good, yep.
So, Chairman Joyce, sorry, your vote was you do find a violation on this one?
I find a violation. I don't think it rises to the level of a warning because I think there was a communication and a lack of understanding. So I would like our team to reach out to the licensee and to our language communication access team and set up a follow-up meeting with them.
Great.
But do you just want to docket it, or?
We could docket it, sure.
Commissioner Curran, do you agree with that as well?
I do, yeah.
Okay, incident will be docketed and staff will facilitate a session with the language communication access team. Thank you. Item number 7, Duo Wayman LLC doing business as Walk and Talk, located at 23 South Huntington Ave in Jamaica Plain. Date of the incident, April 5th, 2023. Locked fire exit was bolted in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 140, Section 9, and expired licenses. Common Victular and Inspectional Services expired in 2017, and Boston Fire expired in 2018 in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 140, Section 9.
So the testimony is that they're only doing takeout right now. However, I think that they need to shut down until they have their fire inspection completed, their inspectional services inspection completed, and their CV license brought up to date. My vote would be for a violation.
I saw a violation and I was concerned, and I think it could be appropriate to have them stop until they have the appropriate inspections. It's been too long.
I agree. So is that what kind of, is that a suspension, or is it just?
I think they need to remain closed and their CV license suspended until they have the other licenses put into place. Our team, our staff can work directly with the licensee to help get those inspections lined up. As we enter our busy season, I think he needs to do everything he can as a licensee to get his license brought into compliance. It's
Is there a
ridiculous level.
is there a time limit, like a suspension for 3 months or 2 months?
I think until he can reopen with all of his inspections in place, which could be that long. It depends on how long it takes to get them done.
Yeah, however long it takes, but I would say he could immediately reopen when they're done, right?
So so this sounds like violation. The vote is for an indefinite suspension, and that is until the licensee can submit a current BFD and inspectional service certificate to the board, or what is the end
Yes.
point of this suspension?
Yes,
Yeah, we just don't want it suspended so indefinitely. It just kind of drags on. So do you want to check in?
sure. I mean, we're gonna call him and tell him he needs to get his inspections immediately, and we're gonna help facilitate that, but I don't think he can open and operate safely until we know his inspections are brought up to date, having been 4 years since he's done them.
So indefinite.
Once he has them, he can reopen.
So indefinite suspension to be lifted upon the receipt of a valid BFD and inspectional service certificate.
I think so, yeah.
Thank you. Item number 8, Arguedas Corporation located at 30 Bennington Street in East Boston, date of the incident June 24th, 2023, overcrowding 53 mechanical count, capacity 31, in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 64, and Board's Rule 1.03J, 1.06A, and F.
The management went as far as calling the local police captain to say they're expecting a big crowd, so they were planning for a big crowd. I don't think they had enough staff on. I see a violation for overcrowding.
Yeah, I saw it was foreseeable. They didn't staff up appropriately.
Yeah, correct. They only had like one doorman, right?
So the vote is for a violation as to the disposition.
I don't believe they have a history of overcrowding, so my vote would be for a written warning.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think we have anything recent on them, right?
That's correct.
Yes.
Violation with a written warning. Item number 9, the licensee was on but could not connect with us, so we will reschedule to the next available hearing date. Moving on to the transactional hearing, which occurred yesterday, Wednesday, September 13th, 2023. Item number 1, Sodexo Operations LLC, doing business as Starbucks, located at 625 Huntington Ave, has applied for a common victualler license. Manager Christina Campbell, hours of operation 7 a.m. to 8:30 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item number 2 was called together with item number 25, Matsunori Inc., doing business as Matsunori Hand Roll Bar, located at 900 Beacon Street, has petitioned to amend the description of the licensed premise to 900 Beacon Street, Unit A in Boston, in one room on the first floor with kitchen and storage in rear. Additionally includes an annual outdoor patio located on private property with seating for 20 and a closing hour of 10 p.m. And has also applied for a BYOB license to be exercised on the above. Manager Ki-Seok Kim, hours of operation 11 a.m. to 10:30 p.m.
Okay, I vote to approve the manager of record. I believe they possess the appropriate character and fitness. Some comments about the BYOB request. The current BYOB regulations were written in such a way to assist certain categories of licenses with the ability to have alcohol in a way that isn't going to be a direct competition to certain neighborhoods in the city where they have had to go and purchase licenses on the open market. That being said, and the reason why I'm raising that up is I believe that this is the Audubon neighborhood and not in the Fenway for purposes of our alcohol licensing and the zoning. See it as a separate zoning district. So I see no issue, and I believe they described the public need for BYOB. My concerns are with the double parking and the third-party deliveries. So I would want them to work closely with us and BTD to come up with a written plan.
Yeah, the issue of the Fenway, you know, I don't know how well we've defined it, but for me, once you cross the pike there, you know, on Beacon Street out towards that way, like getting almost at Brookline, I don't see it as the exact same neighborhood as Fenway, and the idea that it couldn't be in Fenway was a different kind of zone of competition. So I see reasonable that we could allow it where it is, even though it's very close.
I agree.
Thank you. And the alteration of premise to add the patio?
No issue with that.
Great.
Yep, I agree.
Thank you.
agree.
So approved across the board, and Chairman Joyce, you are requesting did you request a plan for third-party deliveries or just that they work with us ahead of time?
I'd like to see a written plan. I think this could be a very congested neighborhood. They can work with us to get that plan in place. I know we're going to try to give them an example of some other places that have had success in drafting one.
We can do that. So approved items 2 and 25, and the board requests a written plan prior to starting any third-party deliveries. Item number 3, Massachusetts Fine Wine and Spirits LLC, doing business as The Crossing Wine and Spirits, located at 37 Temple Place, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business to Daniel Fariz.
I vote to approve Mr. Felice as manager of record. I think he has the appropriate character and fitness to serve.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item number 4, Trillium at Farnsworth LLC, doing business as Trillium, located at 47 Farnsworth Street, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business to Sarah Vasilevsky.
I vote to approve Ms. Vasilevsky as manager of record.
I agree.
I agree.
Item number 5, Bespoke Hospitality LLC, doing business as Cambria, located at 6 West Broadway in South Boston, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business to Euzanando Azevedo Jr.
I vote to approve Mr. Azevedo as manager of record. I believe he has the appropriate character and fitness to serve.
I agree.
I agree.
Item number 6, Aimbridge Hospitality LLC, doing business as the Embassy Suites Hotel, located at 207 Porter Street in East Boston, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business to Kevin J. Reddington II.
I vote to approve Mr. Reddington as manager of record. I believe he is the appropriate character and fitness.
I agree.
I agree.
Item 7, Tuscan Kitchen of Boston LLC, doing business as Tuscan Kitchen, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business to Charles Wright.
I vote to approve Mr. Wright as manager of record. I believe he has the appropriate character and fitness to serve.
I agree.
I agree.
Item 8, Vervian Corp., doing business as COPPA, located at 253 Shawmut Ave in Roxbury, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business to Kenneth Oringer.
I vote to approve the change. I think he's already through manager of record by the board.
I vote to approve as well.
I agree.
Item number 9, Leinster Group, Inc., doing business as Scholars, located at 25 School Street, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business to Kiara Lynn Gutierrez.
I vote to approve Ms. Gutierrez as manager of record. She has the appropriate character and fitness to serve.
I agree.
I agree as well.
Item number 10, GMRI Inc., doing business as the Olive Garden Italian Restaurant, located at 11B Allstate Road in Dorchester, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business to Kenneth Broslet Lemus Galicia.
I vote to approve Ms. Galicia as manager of record. I believe they have the appropriate character and fitness to serve.
I vote to approve as well.
I agree.
Item 11, Equinox SC Boston Inc., doing business as Blue, located at 4 Avery Street, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business to Lindsay Carden.
I vote to approve Ms. Carden as manager of record. I believe she has the appropriate character and fitness to serve.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item 12, 154 Maverick LLC, doing business as Maverick House Tavern, located at 154 Maverick Street in East Boston, has petitioned to change the DBA of the licensed business to 154 Station.
I vote to approve the change of DBA.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item 13, Flatbread Boston Landing LLC, doing business as Flatbread Company, located at 76 Guest Street in Brighton, has petitioned to pledge the license to Newburyport 5-cent Savings Bank.
I vote to approve the pledge.
I agree.
I agree as well.
Item 14, K&K Restaurant Group, Inc., doing business as Estella, located at 49 Temple Place, has petitioned to provide bottle service on the licensed premise.
I vote to approve the bottle service request.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item 15, Chilton Club, located at 150 to 152 Commonwealth Ave, has petitioned for a change of officers directors.
I vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item 16, Monica's Trattoria on Prince, Inc., doing business as Monica's Trattoria, located at 67 Prince Street, has petitioned for a change of officers directors LLC managers of the corporation, has petitioned for a change of stock interest, and has petitioned to change the conditions on the license, removing the first two, leaving only the final condition, closing hour on Friday through Sunday is midnight and Monday through Thursday 11 p.m.
I vote to approve the change of officers, directors, and LLC managers and the change of stock interest. And I also vote to approve the changes requested as they relate to the conditions on the license.
I vote to approve all changes. Yep.
I agree.
Item 17, Regina Pizzeria at Fenway Inc. doing business as Regina Pizzeria located at 1330 Boylston Street has petitioned to amend the description of the licensed business to in one room, 1,583 square feet on street level with dining of 25 with a kitchen, prep area and storage in the rear. In addition, there is a 404 square foot outdoor seasonal May to December patio on private property with seating for 22 with the same closing hours as indoors.
I vote to approve the amendment.
I agree.
I agree as well.
Item 18, Delaware North Boston Flight LLC doing business as Boston Bruins Bar located at 100 Terminal Road in East Boston has petitioned to amend the description of the licensed business to full-service bar and table seating in Terminal A, space AS2 to A0717 in Boston Airport, one floor, one room, seating count is 81, plus 6 ADA accessible seats for a total of 87 seats.
I vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item 19, 186 Harvard Ave Bar LLC doing business as Han, located at 178 to 188 Harvard Ave in Alston, has petitioned to amend the description of the licensed premise to rear entrance from alleyway and emergency exits, 2 rooms, first floor and balcony, 2,945 square feet, seating for 113, basement for kitchen and stock.
I vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item number 20, Spin Boston LLC doing business as Spin located at 30 Melcher Street has petitioned to amend the description of the licensed premise to 12,750 square feet of the original premises on the ground floor, 2,929 square feet of the expansion premises on the ground floor, and 1,800 square feet of the basement of an 8-story building located at 30 to 40 Melcher Street.
I vote to approve.
I do too.
I agree.
Item 21, FP Restaurant Inc. doing business as Restaurant Bella Vista located at 288 Hanover Street has petitioned to change the classification of its license to a wine, malt beverages, and liqueurs license.
I vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item 22, Bar Taco Fenway LLC doing business as Bar Taco located at 100 Van Ness Street has petitioned to change the location of the licensed business to 1321 to 1341 Boylston Street. This is just an address change.
Vote to approve.
I do too.
I agree.
Item 23, the Crab Shack Corp. doing business as the Crab Shack located at 950 American Legion Highway in Hyde Park has petitioned to transfer the license and the location from the above to Nightlight Cafe LLC doing business as Nightlight Cafe located at 89 Charles Street. Gennaro Riccio, manager, closing hour 12 a.m.
I vote to approve the transfer in the manager of record. I think they did establish public need for this license at this location, and I think Mr. Riccio has the appropriate character and fitness.
I vote to approve as well.
I agree.
Item 24, BAM Hospitality LLC doing business as Fenway Marriott Residence Inn located at 121 Brookline Ave has petitioned to transfer the license and the location from the above to Good Tacos LLC doing business as Naco Taco and Good Company located at 100 Hood Park Drive in Charlestown. Seth Friedis, manager, closing hour 2 a.m. indoors, 12 a.m. outdoors, and has also petitioned to pledge the license to Hood Park LLC.
This application was already before us, and I believe we voted and found public need, but we just didn't have a license available at the time. So I vote to approve this transfer. Again, finding public need. I vote to approve the pledge and the manager of record.
I do as well.
I agree.
Thank you. Item number 25 was already approved earlier, right in with number 2. Item 26, the Red Apple Farm LLC doing business as Red Apple Farm located at 100 Hanover Street has applied for a farmer winery wine only pouring license within the Boston Public Market. Manager Albert Rose, closing time 11 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree.
Item 27, Welcome Buddy Convenience Corporation doing business as Welcome Buddy Convenience located at 4196 Washington Street in Roslindale has applied for a retail package store wines and malt beverages license to be exercised on the above. Manager Lena Gantus, closing time 12:30.
Just some comments on this. I really have no issue with this request to add 10% to their floor space, to allow 10% of floor space to be dedicated to beer and wine. My concerns are that they stay true to their floor plan and don't expand beyond that without coming back to the board. I don't know if you have any other comments.
No, sounds good.
So I think we've done this before at a similar one in South Boston. My vote would be to approve with a condition on the license that no more floor space or changes to the floor space. Could be, they can't expand the floor space or change the floor space without board approval.
I agree.
I think it's helpful to our inspectors to be able to go in and see exactly where the beer and wine is supposed to be.
I agree.
Thank you. Approved with a condition that there shall be no increase in the floor space dedicated to alcohol and no change to the floor plan without board approval. Item number 28, Cantina Hospitality LLC, doing business as Taco Bell Cantina, located at 1222 Commonwealth Ave in Alston, has applied for a common victualler 7-day alcoholic beverages license to be exercised on the above. Their attorney reached out last night and requested the board defer its vote to our next voting hearing to allow them to meet with the Alston Civic Association. Moving on to non-hearing transactions, the following are applying for a new common victualler license at a previously licensed location. Item 1, Ethiopian Cafe Inc., doing business as Ethiopian Cafe and Pizza, located at 152 to 156 Dudley Street in Roxbury. Manager Firehiwat Zeleke, hours of operation 7 a.m. to 11 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree as well.
Item number 2, Boston Halal LLC, doing business as Boston Halal, located at 200 Faneuil Hall Marketplace. Manager Babu Koganti, hours of operation 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree.
Item 3, BC1 Congress Tower Subsidiary LLC, doing business as Cafe One, located at 1 Congress Street. Manager William Goldenberg, hours of operation 6 a.m. to 5 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree as well.
Item 4, the Hyperion Group LLC, doing business as Bamboo Beach Juice Bar, located at 687 East 2nd Street in South Boston. Manager Angelo Tahoe, hours of operation 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I agree.
Item 5, GH Group LLC, doing business as The Greek Gyro, located at 88 Peterborough Street. Manager Harut Abkarian, hours of operation 10 a.m. to 11 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item 6, Plantatum Inc., doing business as Sugar Baking Company, located at 1884 Center Street in West Roxbury. Manager Julie Freitas, hours of operation Monday to Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item number 7, ZGM LLC, doing business as Zero and, located at 222 Newbury Street. Manager Shang Zhu, hours of operation Monday to Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday to Sunday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree as well.
Thank you. Item number 8, Almighty Brother LLC, doing business as YGF Malatang, located at 1068 to 1074 Boylston Street. Manager Shang Zhu, hours of operation Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 2 a.m.
I vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
The following have applied to make changes to their existing common victualler licenses. Item number 1, Boston Roma LLC, doing business as Boston Donor, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business to Ihan Aina, and also has petitioned to change the shares to 100% to Ihan Aina.
Vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item 2, GR Restaurant and Catering Inc., doing business as La Casa de Pan de Bona, located at 271 Meridian Street in East Boston, has petitioned to change the DBA of the licensed business to Bono Restaurant and Catering.
Vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree.
Item 3, Suaste Hanover LLC, doing business as Suaste Sandwich Company, located at 227 Hanover Street, has petitioned to change the DBA of the licensed business to Love Art Boba.
Vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
And item 4, Sidewalk Inc., located at 764 East 4th Street in South Boston, has petitioned to amend the description of the licensed premise to in one room on the first floor with kitchen and rear basement storage. This is the removal of 8 seats to make them takeout only.
Sure, vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
And the following has applied for a change of manager to an in-holder license with no liquor. TDC 1234 owner LLC, doing business as Studio Alston Hotel, located at 1234 Soldiers Field Road in Brighton, has applied to change the manager to Corey Kramer.
Vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree.
Following have applied for one-day amendments to their existing licenses. Item 1, Portobello Inc., doing business as Portobello, located at 672 East Broadway in South Boston, has applied to extend their premise onto the street outside of the licensed establishment for the 20th Annual South Boston Street Festival on Saturday, September 16th from 11 to 4.
Vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item 2, Cisco Brewers, Distillers, Vintners, Seaport Inc., doing business as Cisco Seaport, located at 85 Northern Ave, has applied to amend their hours of operation to accommodate a road race on October 15th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item 3, Mass Bay Brewing Inc., doing business as Harpoon Brewery, located at 306 Northern Ave, has applied to extend their license to include the parking lot surrounding the brewery. This is for the 33rd Annual Harpoon Oktoberfest from 6 to 11 on September 29th, 12 to 7 on September 30th, and 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on October 1st.
Vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item number 4, Notch Brighton Tap Room LLC, doing business as Notch Brighton Tap Room LLC, located at 1420 to 1440 Soldiers Field Road in Brighton, has applied for a one-day amendment to include 2 additional patio spaces, one on the pavers, one in the grass, for their Oktoberfest on September 16th from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree.
Item 5, Railstop LLC, doing business as Railstop LLC, located at 94 to 160 Guest Street in Brighton, has applied for a series of one-day amendments to include a Sunday brunch for all of the weekends between September 9th and October 29th.
I vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree.
Item 6, Notch Brighton Tap Room LLC, located at 1420 to 1440 Soldiers Field Road in Brighton, has applied for a series of one-day amendments to include a month-long extension for the vendors, Koji Club and Super Bien to extend their patio space from October 1st to October 31st, Mondays through Sundays, from 12 p.m. to 11 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
And item 7, Long Live Roxbury Inc., doing business as Long Live Beer Works, located at 152 Hampton Street in Roxbury, has applied to extend their license on a contiguous patio outside their licensed premise for the Oktoberfest and Artisan Craft Fair on September 23rd from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree as well.
The board has before them a list of applications for special one-day alcohol licenses, which have been administratively reviewed by staff and approved by the board. And we have one item on old and new business for a vote. The board had deferred the following to allow for completion of the community process, which has since occurred. This is a transfer of a license from House of Siam Inc., doing business as House of Siam on Tremont, located at 592A to 592 Tremont Street in Roxbury. Transfer the license and the location from the above to CJ and BT Corporation, doing business as Saigon Chicken House, located at 223 Adams Street in Dorchester. Huang Quinn, manager, closing hour 12 a.m. And there's also a petition to change the classification of the license to a wines, malt beverages, and liqueurs license. And a butters meeting was held. ONS has told us only one attendee was at that meeting and did not oppose.
My vote would be to approve this one as manager of record, and also to approve the transfer.
And the change of classification?
Oh, yes, improve the change of classification. Thank you.
Yes, and I vote to approve all as well.
I agree.
Thank you very much. Those are all the items before the board today that will adjourn this morning's hearing. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.